The city of Rogers is like many communities in Northwest Arkansas, and that we experience phenomenal growth. I think what makes Rogers uniquely different is that we're the 33rd fastest growing city in the United States with a population greater than 50,000 people. And so accounting for that growth and managing the diversity with which we grow in Rogers, we have commercial development, industrial development, residential, single family, multifamily. That puts a lot of strain on emergency services. And Rogers historically, through the 90s, through the last decade, have always prioritized emergency services funding through these bond issues a lot of times to make sure that we can protect our people, that of all the things that we do in government and local government, the most important thing we do is keep people safe. In 2011, for the first time, we became an accredited agency through the Center for Public Safety Excellence. We're also accredited from the Commission on Accreditation of Ambulance Services, and we're reviewed at least every 5 years by the Insurance Service Office to evaluate our rating. All of those processes allow us to keep a real good pulse of what we need and where we have opportunity to improve. And the three primary categories that we're trying to address with our request in this bond issue. Number one is the westward growth of the city, that we have to have stations positioned strategically throughout the city so that we can effect a quick extinguishment of a fire, so that we can intervene when a child has an asthma attack, or there's somebody in a car that's trapped after a wreck. And that station is planned to go on Pleasant Grove Road, near Rainbow Road, and some of the fastest growing real estate likely in the entire state of Arkansas. That station will look very similar to what we did with Station 2 when it opened in 2015. So it'll be a very impressive civic institution that will serve us well, both in capacity for firefighters that work there, and also for apparatus that, as the city grows and changes, we may have to move specialty apparatus to different locations, and so that station will be able to accommodate any of those needs. Another need that was identified through those accreditation processes was our training facility, and through a bond issue, actually in 1996, we built the city's current training facility, and that facility has been upgraded through the years, but what it lacks is the ability for us to do live fire training evolutions in a controlled and safe environment for our new firefighters, our probationary firefighters. And being able to have a burn building out there, multi-story, multi-purpose, and really even multi-function, will help our firefighters to continue to be well-trained and well-exercised. And while I'm biased, they're the best, not just in the state of Arkansas, they're the best in many states around. And so that's a fundamental component is that goes to our professional development. We'll also expand the classroom space at our training center, that our firefighters are in class every day almost. And they have to learn a lot of different subjects. And what we found through the years is the 2 classrooms we have out there right now are not adequate. The last component for our bond issue is Apparatus. It's the most visible piece of Americana out there. We have every day 8 fire trucks that are staffed. And those 8 fire trucks are vital, but just as vital to those 8 frontline pieces of fire apparatus are some of the specialty apparatus that we don't use every day, thank goodness, but when we need them quickly, and we need them to be reliable. And we also have to have a very robust reserve fleet, that even fire trucks have to go through oil changes and have alternators that break and get in accidents from time to time. And so you have to have a bench strength with your fire apparatus that's formidable because of the importance of the job. And so we plan on replacing around half of our pumpers, 1 of our ladder trucks, and our heavy rescue unit. And that keeps us moving in the right direction, keeps those on a viable replacement schedule so that we don't replace anything too quickly, but we certainly don't let it get too old and unreliable that it becomes a liability for our firefighters and our citizens. And it's those 3 pieces of the fire department that we've identified as the most pressing needs, and they'll carry us into the next decade, I'm sure. Rogers has just always been a city that has a lot of grit to it, and it's a place that makes things happen. And I'm excited to see all these projects start happening, hopefully very soon. Hi, I'm Tom Jenkins, Fire Chief for the City of Rogers. Be sure to vote on August 14th.